given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Trying not to get frustrated. This is my 4th time trying to make this video, and every time I'm about halfway through, somebody calls and it stops the video. So why don't you put your phone on do not disturb? Yeah, I probably should, but I didn't. So let's try to do this again. Anyway, last night Choice M.A.S did a live feed. If you don't know who Choice M.A.S is, go check him out on YouTube. Choice M.A.S, real simple. Anyway, what he was talking about, he got real deep, and he made me realize something that kind of went over my head in the past 8 years. No, past I'd say 5 years. Something went over my head that he was talking about actually happened to me too, and I'm actually currently still going through it. What he was talking about was how when he changed his life for the better, you know, he had a couple of kids and he knew that he had to make some changes. He had to change his life, and he became to have a faith in a higher power, and he began praying to a higher power, not just a certain higher power, but, you know, the universe, whatever, what have you. A higher power bigger than himself. And that is the point in time in his life where he basically hit rock bottom, is when he was trying to do good and get out of the illegal activities and do good and have faith and pray. That's when his life went stew like that. Well, that's exactly what happened to me, and I didn't realize it until after he said it. And I was like, oh my God, I experienced the same thing. Starting at age 11, maybe 10, I started, me and my boys in my neighborhood, we were fascinated with vandalism, breaking windows, graffiti, breaking into cars and stealing the contents inside the car was without a doubt one of my favorite things to do, next to breaking windows with bricks or throwing rocks at cop cars. I got my first arrest I was arrested at 12 years old for stealing bikes. I was arrested in the 7th grade for assault and battery before I was expelled. I moved to Florida at age 14, and I caught 4 felonies that had to do with breaking and entering and burglary and a firearm charge. I got sent to juvenile hall. I was locked up during Christmas. When I got out, I had gotten beat into a gang while I was in this institution. I look back at it now, and I don't think I was a real gang member, but I thought I was back then. But now I look back, and I wasn't anything but a wannabe punk, a wannabe gangster. You know, as a grown man looking back, you know, I wasn't shit. But I thought I was big shit when I got out. And my mom feared that I was going to wind up dead if I stayed in Florida. So she put me on a Greyhound bus back to D.C. after working out a deal with my probation officer that I could basically be on probation in Florida but go back to D.C. And I ended up catching multiple charges in the D.C. area while still on probation there. I got a vandalism, graffiti charge in the District of Columbia. I got a vandalism charge in Montgomery County, but I promise you that I did not do. But I got charged for it and took the charge. And then I got arrested in PG County for I think it was a theft charge, but we basically robbed we robbed the Domino's man. Got into selling drugs, started selling weed. Everybody in my neighborhood, all the older heads, like all the people that were born in the late 60s and 70s, they were all crackheads, and the younger generation were selling crack, and I got involved with that. something I think about periodically while trying to do good in life is how many lives I've helped destroy by selling that drug. And I told this story to somebody one time, and they said, well, you didn't come to you for it. They came to you. You know, they did it to themselves. And I get that. You know, I understand that. I feel that. But I was still involved with hurting somebody. And one of the things I remember that I resent was a phone call I got from a wife begging me not to serve her husband another piece of crack. And you know, a couple of fellas had brought me their car keys. We called them rock rentals, you know, and you know, they would basically give up their vehicle for a certain amount of time depending on how much they wanted, you know what I'm saying? And I helped destroy a lot of people, or hurt a lot of people. I contributed to evil things, and you know, that shit hurts me today. At age 21 is when I moved to Michigan, and that's when I decided that I was going to change my life. My plan was we were going to go to Michigan, we were going to go to college, I was going to get my GED, and after college, we were going to move back to Florida. I'm still in Michigan today. Michigan saved my life. I was talking to my wife not too long ago, and I told my wife, I said, you know what's crazy? I said, I think back to the time when I was the most happy in my life. And believe it or not, it was when I was doing the worst. But I was the happiest. And, you know, I had what I needed. You know, I wasn't making a lot of money. I had stopped selling drugs. I had stopped committing crimes. But I wasn't making the amount of money that I'm making now. I wasn't in a career position. You know, I was basically making not minimum wage, but you know, $11.50 an hour at one company and a little more an hour at the roofing company. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a lot, and that's when I was the happiest. But once I graduated college and became educated, and I quit drinking, that's a whole nother story, the alcohol thing. But I had quit drinking and trying to do good and trying to believe in a Most High and having faith in a higher power and just trying to live my best life. You feel what I'm saying? My life started going downhill in a major way. It seemed like my life started to crumble. The harder I tried to do better, the worse my life got. Now, what Choice was talking about when he basically hit rock bottom after having some faith and praying and trying to do the best he could do, and that's when his life got like that. He said, I don't know if he said somebody told him. I'd have to watch the replay. I hope you go watch the video or the live feed, but he said that something along the lines, and maybe I'm gonna have to paraphrase it because I don't remember the exact words, but basically outward determines inward. You get what you give type of thing, and all the destruction and all the bad things that he had done in his past, he's getting back now. Something along the lines of that. The reason why I wanted to make this video is somebody in the store just said something to me. I was walking out and she's like, go live the life that you deserve. I don't know if she was being funny or cool or what, but she said, go live the life that you deserve. My life is really good today in the grand scheme. My life is really, really good, but I'm not exactly doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I have to do to give my children the best life I could possibly give them, because of the life that I used to have and the things that I did not have growing up, and the examples from the older people that I didn't get growing up, I'm trying to give to them, and I'm trying to do the best that I can. But anyway, my point is when I began to change my life is when my life went downhill. And then you look at Choice's life now. He's doing amazing. You know what I'm saying? But it started out rough once he changed. And my life now is amazing. But it started out real rough when I changed. The world has a funny way of coming back on you. I know this. I cannot believe that I'm not in prison. I cannot believe that I'm not dead. If you go to my YouTube page and you scroll down through my videos, you're going to see a couple of videos called Truckers with Bars Challenge number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think number 5 and I think it's number 4. Yeah, I think it's those. One of them is about my first friend that got murdered at age 9, and I was 9. And one of them was about, it wasn't about shit. It was basically like an apology to my mother. And my mom loves that video, and you know, she accepts my apologies. But if you listen to those two, you'll see you'll see clearly, you'll hear clearly in those two videos the life that I used to live, and I'm not living that life today. But I do know that karma is real. Karma is really, really real, man. But I've worked really hard to get to where I am. I put in a lot of work to get to where I am. I mean, college alone was the hardest thing I ever did, because I didn't have a high school education. And I ended up with a 3.87 overall GPA in college with no high school education, and didn't even get my GED until 2 weeks before I graduated. The thing is, in Michigan, I guess, and perhaps all over the country, you are allowed to be in college while you're working on your GED. You just can't get your degree when you walk across. You can't walk across the stage without your GED. So I ended up receiving my GED 2 weeks before I graduated, because I had to go to college to pass the GED test. You know, I didn't get that basic education through high school. I missed out on that. You know what I'm saying? But I worked real hard to get to where I am. And I hope that, you know, if there is a place that your spirit and soul goes to after, I really hope I go to a positive place. I'm trying my best. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. Anyway, Choice M.A.S, salute. That live feed last night was epic, real, dope, awakening. It was the real deal, man. And it made me realize where my life went when I began my journey to try to do great. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. One love, peace, love, respect, food, clothes, shelter, happiness.